Good morning, good morning, and thank you for tuning in to the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A, and it's ready, talk boxing time. Coming up tomorrow, a nice little cruiserweight bout. Back in action finally after missing in action since the Conor McGregor Mayweather fiasco. Andrew Tabiti. He's number 4 by the WBC, number 3 by the I think it's like number 3 by the WBC, number 4 by the IBF. Let's get into that real quick. He's back in number 4 by the WBC, number 3 by the IBF. He's back in action against Lateef Kayode, the nice veteran. This is it's kind of hard to get on this fight because with the cruiserweight tournament tying up all the belts, all the cruiserweights are kind of in a relaxed mode. They ain't making they're not trying to make power moves because they want to see, even though the same champion is going to have all 4 belts. It seems like it put all the cruiserweights kind of in a still neutral drive. No cruiserweight is really making moves. That's why I always thought and said this is a perfect time for all the cruiserweights to start grabbing all those trinket belts, the intercontinentals, the continentals, start grabbing all those belts so you start getting in there. But if you notice, I've been talking a lot about cruiserweights because a lot of cruiserweights have been doing that. They've been staying real busy fighting like number 8. Number 8's been fighting number 15. Number 11's been fighting 9. A lot of people's been fighting. Another cruiserweight who's fighting is Emery Shazilo. He's fighting on the 12th, so like I said, and he's number 4 in the WBO. So a lot of cruiserweights have been staying busy, unlike a lot of other divisions. Considering like welterweights. No one's really trying to climb the ranks while they just want the champion fight. They're not trying to climb the ranks to get there. Now back to the Tabiti taking on Kayode. The Kayode is 21-2. He's coming off his last loss against Machine Gun Keith, who tapped Tabiti Fort. That was a back and forth. It took Tabiti a while to actually separate himself in that fight. And this is going to say a lot about Tabiti in this fight. Coming in at 15-0 with 12 KOs, he has an 80% ratio. But when you look at Tabiti, he doesn't fight like a hard hitting cruiserweight. He fights with a lot of tit tat combinations. It doesn't seem like he's really sitting down on his punch because his knockouts, if I'm mistaken, even though he has 12 out of 15, his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His last fights has went the distance. His last knockout was against Thomas Hanshaw in 2015. Since then, he had an 8-round unanimous decision, a 2nd-round ringside decision, another 10-round unanimous decision with Keith Tapia, the Machine Gun Keith Tapia, that Lateef Kayode just lost to. And after that, another ringside decision by Qantas Graves. Like he put him down in the 6th, but like it ruled as a KO. But he hasn't been knocking people out. Steve Cunningham went the full 10. So even though he has 12 KOs, he's been KO-less in his last 5 fights. So his competition went up and his knockouts went down. It makes perfectly sense, but it's nice. You want to see some type of power in him, not just finesse combinations. While Lateef Kayode, he's 35 years old. He has the experience of 126 rounds. He's going to have the reach by an inch and a half. This should be Tabiti's fight to lose. I'm going to say, I'm picking Tabiti to win this fight. It's just hopefully it's not by a 10-round unanimous decision. I would like to see him get Lateef Kayode out of there. I think he needs to show some type of power, some type of Usinic or Gasev. I think will blast Gasev. I think will blast him out. Usinic could probably just outbox him. You know, I think he needs to give some type of threat or worry to the other cruiserweights. 'Cause right now he's just nothing wrong with being a nice boxer, but yeah, it just it makes the fans kind of forget about you. Not because the fact that he's kind of so inactive, the fans don't really say nothing about Tabiti. You got a couple channels. You got Dante's channel. They talk to him because he's in the Mayweather's gym, but they don't say nothing about him. He's on the show because he's in the Mayweather's gym, but they don't. It's nothing you can say about Tabiti. That one fight, that one knockout. And I think, like I said, I think he's good. Mayweather Senior. You can see he trained him to be a really good, slick boxer. He moves around the ring well. He counters well. He check hooks and all. He did. Like I said, you can see the Mayweather style embedded in Tabiti. And I think that's why he's not much of a hard hitting KO cruiserweight. He was trained more like a welterweight type fighter. But I think he just needs. This is a fight he needs to put a nice beating. He needs some nice power shots to remember. So I'm going with I think he has a better legs than Lateef. I think he's gonna move around the ring better. I think he has the faster hands, the slicker defense. He can roll punches better than the Kayode. Kayode 21-2 with 16 KOs. But I just think he's 35 years old. I think he's up there. His stamina is gone. In his last fight against Keith, he didn't look very motivated to be a winner. Even when Keith was coming out throwing combinations, he's easy to hit. So I'm going with Tabiti to really beat this guy. But I would like to see a knockout. I really would. I think it'll help Andrew. But I'm going with a unanimous decision, Andrew Tabiti.